Hello everyone and welcome back to my art channel. This week we are going to do two different challenges. We're going to do the 3-color challenge and a random character design. So I'm gonna get 3 random colors from random.org and I will design a character based on those colors and use those colors to color it in. And I am now live going to pick the colors. Also, this is kind of a twist on the 3 marker challenge because I don't have enough markers or anything traditional to really do a 3 marker challenge. So we are doing a digital 3 color challenge, which is kind of the same thing, just easier for me. So we're gonna do 3 different colors now and see what we get. Okay, so the moment I push this button, we're gonna see generate color 1. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. Okay, 2. Ooh, okay, I think we can work with that. It's a kind of a mossy green. And oh, that is pretty. Okay, I'm pretty happy with these colors. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna start sketching and see what I come up with. Probably something witchy because I feel kind of a witchy vibe from this, but we will see. And I will talk to you guys in a voiceover. So I started sketching and I was thinking I was gonna do the witch character that I said I would because of the colors, because they kind of look kind of witchy. But the more I was sketching, the more I realized that she was turning into a fairy or a pixie. Because I was adding pointy ears and then wings, and I was thinking of her dress as a flower, and I decided why not? That they're still magical, and yeah, pretty much witches, but without the hat. And I thought that would be cool. I really do have this soft spot for the Pixie movies, like the fairies movies, Tinkerbell movies. I did read the comics when I was younger, so I just instantly fell in love with the movies when they started coming out. They are really well made. I don't know why people don't seem to talk about them much. Might just be me. I really like them. Anyway, I started sketching and I thought I would talk a little bit more about my process designing this character. As you guys have requested to do more character design or random character design and talk about how I design. So what I did was I started thumbnailing and I usually just start off with the gesture. The gesture will suggest who the character is, and I wanted her to be this kind of sassy, kind of not pure evil, but kind of a bad guy character. If you have watched the Tinkerbell movies, there's this wind fairy. I can't remember her name, but she's kind of like the bad guy of the movie, but not really, and she becomes friends with everyone in the end. So I was kind of thinking of this character as that. So I wanted her to be kind of like an elegant, kind of sassy pose, and after I've done the pose, tweaked it a little bit, I started adding the clothes, and I just wanted it to be like a bell shape. You know those gowns that go like tied to your body and then they flow out, kind of like a flower. And that's what was in my head all along. I wanted it to be a flower. So I went on Google, and Google is your best friend. Always find references when you design characters because you need something to take inspiration from when you are designing. Not everything can come from your head. Like, you might remember some details of the flowers you want to use, but you won't remember everything. So by having the reference, you can always pull ideas from it. So I started sketching it and it ended up being pretty simple and just taking some inspiration from the flowers. And I also added some flowers in her hair because, I don't know, flower crowns, and I thought it would be really cool with some mossy hair. So it was when I was adding the flower crown that I was thinking she looks like a princess. She looks like a princess from like an evil queen. So that's kind of where she ended up. Like, I don't know, I kind of have in my mind that she's kind of foreign and she has blind eyes. I'm not sure. Her backstory is a little bit vague. I just know that she's a wind fairy. She's probably an evil queen's daughter, and she thinks she's evil, but she's probably not. She's probably one of the good guys in the end. Um, so yeah, when I started picking the colors, of course I only had my 3 colors, but I did decide to allow myself to mix those colors with whites, as if I was doing this on paper, I could like blend it out. And I also wanted to allow myself to mix with the colors with each other. So I did end up getting quite a nice gradient effect. And I really enjoyed those colors together. When I saw the colors together for the first time, I was like, yeah, this works, and I knew it was gonna work. But usually when I'm doing character design, I can just pick whatever color I want, and sometimes I will go a little bit overboard and pick like bright pinks when really the color scheme doesn't allow for that. So it was really good having this challenge where you could only use 3 colors and you have to stick to them. I think my design actually came out better than if I would not have done the challenge. So I think I'm gonna stick with doing this. Like, the 3 color challenge is not really a challenge because designing a character with 3 colors is actually very good. Having too much color in a character will be overwhelming and messy, so 3 colors were perfect. So yeah, I want to do more random character designs for you guys. You seem to really enjoy it, and I do really enjoy it myself. So I'll continue doing that, and probably with the 3 color challenge as well, because it was really fun and it really inspired me to figure out what to do with the colors and design. So when I was nearing towards the end, I ended up giving her a darker background, but then I also wanted her to stand out more, so I added some glow to the magic and her wings. And then I also added like a highlight on the side of her face that's facing the magic, and on her dress that's facing the wings, with just the blue and lowered down the opacity. And I also used the purple on a multiply layer just to give her some shading. And I also ended up giving her some texture at the end that I didn't film, unfortunately. I just used the brush and it was roughly went over with white on an overlay layer, and that gave it kind of like a glossy finish. You'll see that at the end. That is it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like it, you can like it. And if you like these kind of videos, please subscribe. I do videos every Friday, sometimes Sundays, and I've started a new series on Tuesdays called Tuesday Tips. And yeah, have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!